Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dynamic Life Today. This is actually take two of this conversation. We've been talking for a bit and realized that the producer forgot to press record, but that's okay. We're going to do it again a little bit. And so I'm here with Sandy and Chelsea, who are with Riverside Life Services, another couple of people that Sean hooked me up with. I'm going to have to pay him as a producer pretty soon here because all my guests have been with him, through him. Just to make sure, Liam, you're seeing the numbers now, right? It is recording? Okay, cool. So, and you actually just found out that you're a grandma again, huh?
Yep.
Is this your first or your
Seventh.
seventh?
But first for my son and his wife in Fort Worth, Texas. So
Nice.
just a few hours ago, a new
Yeah.
baby girl in the world.
Yeah, you literally just got the text while we were talking here
I
a
just
second
got
ago,
some
right? Yeah.
pictures.
Oh, some
Yeah.
pictures. Okay.
Mhm.
So, well, that's awesome.
It is awesome.
Um, so sorry I have to take you through
It's
this
okay.
all over again. Again, I'll be respectful of your time. We won't
You're
go
good.
quite as long, but so same thing. Just kind of tell me about yourselves and your faith journey and what brought you to the point you are today, working for Riverside Life Services.
Um, well, I grew up in a believing household. Of course, circumstances in my life caused me to examine my own faith and bring me to where I am. And Was the mother of six, stay at home mom, and just involved myself in my kids' worlds through PTA and cheer boosters and football boosters and band boosters and learned all the ins and outs of the nonprofit world and fundraising and um, just developed other skills. And when there was a job available at RLS, one of the board members called me and asked me if I'd be interested.
And here you are,
And here I
still
am.
there. How long
Mhm.
ago was that?
6 years.
6 years. Awesome.
Does
Very
it
cool.
seem that long?
It feels longer, but in the best way.
I know.
I don't
but-
remember. I don't remember much of RLS before Sandy, so it's a different life.
Since we're doing this again, I'm going to adjust your mic a little bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I could cover my face. That's fine.
Want people to see that beautiful face. All right, so same question.
My faith journey. So my first memory in life was being abused by a neighbor, and that just started just knowing that the world was hard and dark and tough, and I just had a through the years just rough kind of beginning at life, and got to a place in 2012 where I just kind of wanted to surrender and just give up on life, and had a plan to drive my car off a cliff, and was just kind of crying out like, Lord, if you're real, if there's more for life, just help me. And in that moment, my car corrected, and I felt just this embrace, and the Lord say, I'm not done with you yet. Give me a chance. From there, I just surrendered my life to Him. And that Sunday, went to church. I was on a path of going in a different route for work. I was doing more law enforcement. Thought that's what I wanted to do. And then the Lord gave me a verse from Genesis: what the enemy meant for evil, the Lord will use for good, the saving of many lives. And I didn't know what that meant at the time. But He changed my career. He got me into ultrasound. From there, I traveled through Vietnam doing medical missions with ultrasound. And then from there, I saw a post from Riverside Life Services that needed ultrasound volunteers, and just felt led to go there. And that was kind of just the beginning of a journey where I'm just so passionate about. And I just from there see that the Lord has used just the things that I've been through, the trauma and just the pain, to sit and minister with these women who have similar backgrounds, and just thankful for that He used what the enemy truly meant for evil, He's using for good. And so I'm thankful that I get to do that.
That's awesome. Pull that mic just a little bit towards you. There we go. That should be good.
You'd be a great cop, though, too. Like, now that you said that, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Huh,
Okay, so
Chelsea,
that's
Cop
interesting. What
Chelsea.
about her
She'd be
personality?
pretty good about that.
What about her personality makes you say that?
She's just really strong, but, like, compassionate. So, She could handcuff somebody and make them feel good about themselves at the same time.
Like, this is
Yeah.
bad, but there's hope for you.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going to
awesome.
lead you to a better path.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, we could use more police officers like that,
Yeah.
at least in some parts of the country.
Yeah.
So I actually do want to ask you. It just kind of dawned on me.
Mhm.
Tell me a little bit about your experience in Vietnam. Like, what brought you to Vietnam, and what was
Yeah.
that like?
Just the Lord again. It was a medical mission trip. So it's pretty amazing. It was my first time I ever went overseas, first time in a communist country. Came back appreciating America a lot more. But it was amazing. We went through different villages where they've never seen Western medicine. And so I was doing ultrasounds, and the women just couldn't understand that this was their child on the ultrasound screen. So that was amazing. We saw a lot of men with shrapnel still in their bodies from the
Mhm.
Vietnam War. They would kiss vitamins that we'd give them because they were just so thankful for that. Their government just is very corrupt and dark, and they just didn't understand why we'd even go out there and help them. And so the doctor who led it, he fled Vietnam and was one of a very few who made it out, who didn't get shot down. And so he went back to this country that tried to take them out and wants to help them. So it was in so many ways just an amazing experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So was that one trip that? How long
Mhm.
was? How long
Yeah.
did that last?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Felt like 2 years, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it was long day,
Sometimes
very
it
long
does.
days. Saw at least 200 people a day. So
Yeah,
it was
that's
a lot.
awesome. I went on a couple trips to Thailand, so
Oh,
I've
yeah.
kind of been to the area.
Beautiful.
Not, I know Vietnam's completely different, but,
They're beautiful.
but yeah, beautiful and similar.
Mhm.
So at Corona Life Services, what are some of the services that you guys offer? What kind of makes you stand out?
Riverside Life Services.
Did I say?
You said Corona.
I said
Yeah.
Corona. Sorry, got that on the brain. It's Riverside Life Services,
Yes.
guys.
Well, we're a pregnancy resource center, so just like others, we do pregnancy tests and ultrasounds. I think one of the things that sets us apart is we're really good at listening and relationship building. And not all other centers can have parenting classes on site. And we do. We have the room for that. We have nurses and volunteers who teach those classes. So daily, in addition to our medical appointments, we have classes that range from first, second, third trimester to infant CPR to car seat safety to educational play, eating solids, potty training. Um, we have a lactation specialist there who can help moms with breastfeeding, and then we have a dad's program, and then we have classes occasionally in the evenings that talk about and walk women through abuse or abortion recovery.
And those the teachers that kind of teach the like the dad's class and the parenting class, are they all volunteers, or are they paid staff?
The dads are all volunteers.
Okay.
Our regular classes, they're not all volunteers.
Yeah, some are.
It's a mixture of each.
Okay, great. And then where do you find a lot of these women come from? Are they women that are seeking you out initially, or are they women that like were at an abortion clinic and somebody convinced them to come to you instead? What's kind of the majority of your clientele?
Yeah, it's a wide range. So every woman that comes has such a unique and unique situation, and so not all of them are in crisis mode. Although we do get that, and we are there for that. We get women who do come from the abortion clinic on the next street over. We get women who are just being forced into a decision that they're just not sure they want to make. Women who are just unsure. They're scared. It just, they weren't planning this. They just want the facts. They just want their options known. They just want information. We get women who just need a place to process and breathe for a second and just understand what they're going through. We get women who have planned this. They're so excited, but their doctors scheduled them out far. A lot of doctors, after the first trimester, then they'll start seeing them. So they just want to know, is the pregnancy even in the uterus? Is it even viable? Just these questions that women deserve to know
Yeah.
early on. And sometimes it's women who've had multiple miscarriages, and they're just nervous, of course. And so it's a wide range, and it could be from any situation, but every person that does come in, what they all need is just a specific need met, and that's where we want to meet them.
Yeah. It still sounds so weird to me that doctors aren't seeing women until after the first trimester. Like, do you have any idea what's causing that or what's different? I mean, even when my wife was pregnant with R3, we had multiple appointments before. I mean, this is, you know,
Right.
18 years ago, but
Yeah.
we had multiple appointments in the first trimester. So what's slowing them down so much?
Well,
Yeah.
you can confirm pregnancy pretty clearly at home. Um, I feel like if you're gonna miscarry, there's really, you know, they kind of think, why see you until we know what we can see on the ultrasound and confirm a viable pregnancy and all that.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I guess times just change a little bit, huh? I
Yeah, I
guess,
think
you know,
COVID had a lot to do with that too,
yeah.
because you could only fit so many appointments in a day, so you really had
Yeah.
to prioritize who you would see. So a lot of doctors would be like, okay, well, I need to first pay attention to women who are a little farther along in their pregnancy or closer to delivery, so the new ones didn't get the appointments as quickly.
Yeah. Do you think that kind of created a mindset shift in the doctors where they've always done it this way, where they see you more in the first trimester, but then they realized, like for example, when our kids are homeschooled, but they weren't for a long time because we didn't think we could, and then COVID hit, and we're like, oh well, we're homeschooling anyway. We may
Yeah.
as well keep
Yeah.
doing it. You know,
Yeah.
is it that kind of situation where they just realize, well, maybe we don't necessarily need to see them?
I mean, yeah, I think they realized
Yeah.
it worked for them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, and have you seen a pretty big uptick in miscarriages since COVID?
We have a lot of doctors confirm that as well. A lot of research. Unfortunately, we've seen a huge
Yeah.
increase of miscarriages and stillbirth. So
Are doctors saying what's causing that, or are they just kind of washing their hands and
it's
We don't really investigate
yeah.
yeah,
that. I wouldn't say we don't look for the cause. We just really try to talk with the moms. We have books we offer them for recovery. I mean, miscarriage is really a unique pain
yeah,
because
sure,
really you're the only one who had a baby.
mhm,
Your mom maybe didn't, your sister, it's just the pain is unique to the mom. And
Yeah.
so um, our goal really is to not worry about why, but just talk about how she can um, embrace being a mom and still live with the pain of loss.
yeah. I forgot to say this earlier, but Chelsea, you're a ultrasound tech at
Mhm.
Riverside Life, and you are
Executive director.
executive director. Um, so that's pretty cool. And you've both been there in 6 years, or
This was 10 years this year for me.
10 years for you and six for you. All right, amazing. What are some cool stories that you can tell about what's gone on at Riverside Life Services? Just ways that God really showed up in amazing ways.
It's every day. So, we have a boutique that moms shop in after they take our classes and diapers that we hand out. But one thing we never really had was like food or formula. And so we started getting all this formula in one day, and we're like, what in the world? Like, what is this about? Literally, like a week later, the formula shortage hit, and
Uh,
we were so well stocked with formula. Like, we never turned anybody away. We had, whether it was a patient of ours or just somebody who heard that we had it, we had formula for everybody
wow, that's
through the
awesome.
whole situation. So that was awesome.
And this was donations that just
Just donations that showed up. Yeah.
suddenly showed up. Wow, that's
Mhm.
so cool.
Mhm.
How about you, Chelsea?
A story that I always think about is a girl who was at an abortion clinic on the next street over, and she wasn't sure what she wanted to do, was kind of being forced into the abortion. So she just wanted information and to know more. And so when she went, she's just a petite little thing, but had a little bit of a belly. So when she went, they told her, "Oh, it's nothing. You're early." But then she asked, "Well, why is my belly bigger?" And they said, "Oh, it's just fluid. Don't worry about it." She wanted an ultrasound just to see what's going on, and just wasn't given that choice. And so Love Life was on the sidewalk and just called out to her and said, "Hey, if you want to see the ultrasound, there's a place you could go to." So they brought her to us, and later on our ultrasound table, and saw just a beautiful 16, 18 week baby girl. And she just started sobbing because she just didn't know. And had she not had that information that she desired, she would have made a decision, a life changing decision, and one day realize that she had been lied to. She had been omitted information that she deserves to know. And so not only does it just show the deception and the darkness of the field that we battle in, but also just the provision of the Lord. So He put all of us in place before she even got pregnant. He knew that we were going to be there. He knew that people were going to show up just for her. If it was just for her, it was enough. And so we get to see that all the time. Every appointment is a miracle if she walks through our doors, because we live in a world that tells her to go otherwise, that she doesn't need to know. She can just make a quick decision and it's a fine fix. But the Lord just gives us such divine appointments there. And so it just shows His hand on everything there. And we see it daily, hourly, just His hand for all these women and these babies. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We're often accused of like only caring for the baby,
Mm-hmm.
or which is not true, or like coercion, like you just talk them into um, giving birth, but then that's it. And really, it couldn't be further from the truth. We listen to them, we see them, we have help for them, and we just share a hope for their future with them. And we do that all through giving them knowledge. Like Chelsea said, a lot of moms come in, do an ultrasound, and they just don't know. Like, wow, I was just told it was a little blob.
Yeah.
And wow, that little blob has two legs and two arms and a
Heartbeat.
heartbeat. And they're like, wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
We get women on our table who are excited and want to be pregnant, and they start crying when they see the ultrasound screen. I'm like, "What's going on? What are the tears from?" And they say they see a 6 weeker on the ultrasound screen right now, and they just said, "I had an abortion at 10 weeks, 12 weeks, and I just didn't know my baby had a heartbeat. They didn't tell me that."
Yeah.
And it's sad that now, in a different circumstance in life, that they're just learning that. And it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want women to leave our clinic not knowing what the decision that they're facing.
Right.
Like not having all the cards, to know what's going on. That's just not treating women with respect, and certainly not being compassionate.
Yeah. Yeah. That knowledge changes a lot, and it's I actually know someone who had a miscarriage, and when the miscarriage came out, they were like, all these people that talk about it's just a clump of cells. That thing was a human
Yeah.
being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously she was preaching to the choir, but
Right.
yeah, it's just so crazy the amount of. I mean, I'd like to say what do they get out of it, but we kind of know what they get out of it. But it's just so frustrating that women are being lied to and families are being lied to, and um, it's just so dark. And even like milder darkness, like I was telling you earlier, kind of my journey with this first part of this season of the podcast, having Sean on and then having a string of people that he recommended to me, is I had thoughts and ideas that I'm trying to like confirm. I wasn't sure about, like, are we saving these babies just to put them in hell in the foster care system and stuff like that? So I've talked to a couple that does foster care and fosters children, and are in the system and everything, and it's really been kind of eye opening to see that some of the possibilities, things I didn't necessarily believe yet, but I was trying to confirm or deny. Um, it really isn't like that. Like I asked Sean, how many of the people that love life kind of convinces to go to life services, how many of those kids end up in the foster system? And he said, none that I know of. Like, because they have all the resources they need, and they have all the
Community.
community that they need,
And another beautiful resource we have to offer through Olive Crest, if a mom or a mom and a dad do need 2 weeks to get back on their feet, to do job interviews, to do whatever, Olive Crest has a program called Safe Families, where families from local churches have been trained to care for kids and will take those kids for a period of time.
oh, okay.
So they don't have to go in the foster care system. They're loved like Jesus loves them, and their moms and dads are free to prepare to get them back. And they can drop them off for something as simple as a doctor's appointment or a job interview, but they can also leave them with a family for a specific period of time. So that's another great resource we have where fostering isn't always necessarily an option,
Yeah.
because they just even need to just, maybe it's a detox or a rehab or something like that, but there's a family willing to care for them until the mom is ready to do it herself.
So how does the law classify that? Is that considered fostering, or is it just an agreement that they make with the parents? How
It's
does
basically before CPS gets in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
just how the program works. They're trained just as much as any kind of foster family, but it's just before the court gets involved and things like that, which is even better because that can just bring on a slew of issues. And it's really,
Yeah.
like Sandy said, just for people who just need a minute to move their family or figure things out and just kind of spare them of that.
Oh, that's an amazing resource.
That hardness, yeah.
And what is Olive Crest? Is that
It's a nonprofit.
it's a nonprofit? Okay. And they're in Riverside also?
Are they national?
They're,
I know they're for sure
maybe.
the state of California,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
if not national.
Yeah.
See, there's something like I had no idea.
There really is. There's so many resources out there, and people just don't know. And so that's what is great about people coming into clinics like ours, because we do a little bit of social work. We get to know their story, their situation, and help them with those things. Whereas if they were to go to other clinics that say they help, they don't. They're really there for
Yeah, they just
for
want to kill
specific
something.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not empowering where the
No.
world will tell you, if you want a career or you want this or you want that, like you can, it's your body, it's your choice. And they see that as empowering, but that is so limited in knowledge.
Yeah.
All those things are still available to you. Pregnancy isn't a terminal illness.
Right.
It lasts 40 weeks, and that in itself is empowering. And so, like, we just feel like we really have the truth to offer.
Yeah. And that's important. I mean, even something as simple as you said earlier, just knowing what's inside of you, not knowing that, you're more likely to be like, okay, well, take it out. Like, I don't, it's just,
They
just
don't
so
know.
saddening to see the way that they lie to people. And, it's one thing if you're offering a service, but to actually lie to get them to take that service is really just,
Yeah, or withhold information for
Deceitful,
sure.
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
Manipulative.
Very
Is what
manipulative.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just I didn't used to use this strong of language, but like it is straight up evil. It
Oh,
is
it is.
just total darkness that's going on. It's so sad.
And we have women that have been in an abortion facility and then walk into our clinic and they're like, they start crying because it is like night and day. Like they'll say over there, everybody has their head down, everybody is in tears. And here, like you just walk in and it's like warm and hopeful and peaceful and you just feel valued.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously the difference is Jesus. So we always love to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how just being warm and welcoming can change the tide of society. It's crazy.
Even for myself, I mean, I grew up in a more secular world and would say that I probably was pro-choice when I was younger, and just maybe I wouldn't do it, but whatever she decides, who am I? And just seeing how the Lord has changed my thought process and my heart in this. We hear countless stories of the experience that women go through there at abortion clinics, and I've seen too much. I've heard too much. And so before going into that work, the Lord was slowly changing my heart. And once I got there, there was no going back. This is a battle that I'm willing to fight to the end. And because we do see how dark and deceptive and evil it is, um, it's, it's horrific, really.
Yeah.
Just the stories that we hear. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, stories are, but you guys have never actually worked for or been in an abortion clinic or anything.
Mm-mm.
The only reason I ask is I have a friend who works with Destiny Rescue, and they rescue women and children from sex trafficking in probably shouldn't have said that word. I don't know if YouTube's gonna nail me on that, but whatever. From human trafficking
Yes.
in Asia, and when he first started out, like he had to be one of the guys that was in the field, like creating this relationship with the girl, so you could eventually tell her, "Hey, we're here to save you if you
Yeah.
want it," kind of thing, and walking into that darkness and being around all these other men that are like, they're about to go take advantage of these underage girls. It's just like, I, I don't know how he did it. I mean, that guy is one of the strongest guys I've ever known, because I would have been ready to pelt someone, So yeah, that darkness is just, it's funny. One of the things I used to wonder too is like, how do you get to that point? Like, how do you say this is okay and I'm gonna do this? And somebody once said that when you have so much money, like that's kind of as far as you can go. Like you can, you're looking for the next thing, the next like excitement, or the next, you just have too much money and don't know what to do with it, kind of thing. And I don't know. I thought that was kind of curious to think about. It's like, well, why don't you donate most of that money then? Like why don't you
Yeah.
save lives instead of ruining them? It's just such a weird. Um, like you say, I think the difference is Jesus. Also, it's like somebody with that much money that has a conscience isn't going to do those things. So, yeah, this whole journey has just been really, really eye opening and really adventuresome. Um, I had a friend in college who, I think she still does some documentaries, and she called it pro lifetime. So, she was one of those. It's like, well, most people don't even care about them after they're born. They just want to be born, kind of thing. Whereas I took it in a different way. I kind of agreed with her, but I was like, well, no, I care about. Um, and so it's been really enlightening talking to you guys and to Sean and to who else did I talk to? A few other people, where it's like there's so many more people out there that feel the same way. Like they're not
Yeah.
just saving a baby to send them home and not provide anything. Like
Yeah.
they're really, there's a lot of actual pro lifetime people out there.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's been really encouraging to see. Um, so what's next? Where do you guys want to take this? What are some of your goals for the business and for the organization?
Well, we would love to be open more. So right now, we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, with the evening clinic on Tuesdays, 4 to 8. So we would love another evening clinic a week, and we would love to be open on Saturdays. Um, and then we would just love to be known more in our community, whether that's through like social media or whatever. So known to people as a place they can go and be helped and be cared for and to be listened to, and to find resources to help them through their circumstances. And for our community too, whether it's somebody who would never have an abortion or is older or whatever, to just realize like we're not the enemy.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, we really are not the enemy. Like, I would guarantee any woman who left our clinic and still went and had an abortion would feel like she could come back.
We get that often.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's-
Because she's like one couple was like, it was our right, and we know it was our right, and we exercised our right, but they just came back and cried, and we're like, yeah, you sit here, you just hang out here, take as long as you need, because as much as we're pro-life, we're pro-love, so we realize that we all need redemption and forgiveness,
Yeah.
and I mean, abortion isn't the unforgivable sin, for
Right.
sure. And there is no need for somebody to live with the shame of that.
Yeah. That's the type of stuff I love hearing too, is that, when Christians are truly acting like Christians, people who feel that shame or who feel like they've done wrong feel comfortable coming back. When I hear stories like that, I'm like, okay, that's
Jesus.
genuine faith.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's changed us, right? Is like coming to terms with that reality.
Yeah.
Like you can be whoever you are walking in the door. You can be, tattooed from head to toe. You can smell like pot. You can have a foul mouth. You can be whatever. But God loves you and we get to love you too. It's
Yeah.
like our pleasure.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We had a girl who was recently incarcerated, and she came and she's sitting in the lobby, and I took her back, and she's like, I was just sitting in there and looking at all of you guys and thinking, I don't belong here. You guys are too perfect. And I was like, you think we're perfect?
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay,
girlfriend, we all
thanks.
have our stories. So,
Yeah.
and then just realizing, like sitting with me, just realizing that we're not perfect at all. She just slowly started to open up, and yeah, it's
Or an
just,
exotic dancer who's
Yeah.
pregnant and she can't find another job, and we're helping her find another job,
Mhm.
and she's like, wow, you still love me knowing what I do. And
Yeah.
we're like, of course. Like,
Yeah.
we want to help you get out of it. Like, you make
Right.
a lot of money. We got to find you a job that makes a lot
Yep.
of money. And, like, just being able to consider her a sister without being judgmental is like an amazing experience.
I think what makes our clinic unique, even from other pregnancy resource centers, is we are kind of a younger staff. I want to say hip, but I'm not hip at all.
I'll exclude myself from the younger,
But we all have our past, we all have our stories, and we really all have just powerful testimonies, all of us. And we wear that on our sleeves. And so our girls notice that. We get girls who have come from rough circumstances, and they're always just like, you're cool. And, just like, you're good people. And just realizing that we've all had our own stories where we just needed someone to sit with us and be with us, with no judgment, just I'm here. And so that's who we are, and that's what we want to be. And they see that, and they vocalize that often. And so in a moment in their life when most people walk out, we just want to walk in, and that's who we are.
yeah, and I think for us, it's become easier for us to love them
Mm-hmm.
than some normal people
Yeah.
Yeah.
who live normal lives,
Yeah.
or bougie lives. Like,
Mhm.
it's
They're
just
rough.
easier,
Yeah.
easier
They're
for us to
harder. Mhm.
love those from crazy circumstances
those are our
than
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting at a country club, it's just like, I don't know what to do, but put me in the streets with our girls. I'm like, feel so comfortable, you know? Yeah,
Mhm.
those are our people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always kind of felt that way in a sense too. It's, yeah, just interesting people.
Yeah,
Yeah. My job is a gift to me for sure.
all of us. Yeah, my life will never be the same.
Right.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, radically
That's awesome.
changed.
So, what do you actually need? Like, what's stopping you from opening the extra day and having the extra? Is it volunteers, or is it money, or is it both, or?
Yeah, I mean, all of the above. We hired an ultrasound tech, and she went out on maternity leave. So she's back next month, and so she can be doing a couple Saturdays a month. Chelsea could fill in, but like if we had one more to do one Saturday a month, so everybody's not working 4 Saturdays a month.
Yeah.
I think the evening clinic is probably the easiest part of it. And just, the person with the big heart, to come in and do it.
Yeah.
we get pretty protective. So we're
We
like,
are.
wow, she's competent at ultrasounds, but does she really love everybody
Yeah.
completely?
Yeah.
So
We're mama bears for sure with our
mhm.
girls.
I think somebody that we can just be confident in being like, yeah, here you go. Saturday is yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
this is what we're looking for. And always money. We always need money. We are um, 95% privately funded. So our community, our churches provide everything for us. Financially, with checks and dollar bills and gently used clothes in our boutique and all the baby goods and diapers and all that. Like literally everything we have is the goodness of God that's provided by our community.
Yeah. Awesome. So, is there anything that you want to share that I didn't ask? I don't always know the right questions to ask for your specific situation. Like, is there anything you want to share that I didn't ask?
I don't think so. Um, if you can't give for to us, you can pray for us.
Yeah.
What we always need prayer for is like for just ongoing strength and courage for us um, in our work and in our lives outside of the clinic, for money to carry on doing what we do, but most importantly, for more women to come in our doors.
Yeah.
That's like the hugest desire for us is like, we would love to be open 8 to 5 Monday through Saturday. We would love to be so busy doing what we do that is, um, we could see that many women.
Awesome. So, where can people find you and donate? What's the website? Do you have any social media yet, or?
We do. We're on Instagram,
Riv Life Services.
Riv Life Services. We have a website. If you want to volunteer, there's a button you can click. If you need a pregnancy test or an ultrasound, there's a button you can click. And if you want to give, of course, we have a donation page, and that's just www.riversidelifeservices.org.
Okay. Perfect.
Right?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you again for coming. Sorry for the snafu earlier, but
All good.
thanks for
It worked
thanks for
out.
sticking around. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Thanks for giving us a
I feel like my
voice.
brain was a little bit clearer the second time around. Anyway, I don't know what was going on with my. I'm on medications for, recovering from the heart surgery, and sometimes they just kind of mess with
Yikes.
your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
So you get those moments where you're like, "Gosh darn it, I know what I'm doing
Oh.
here," but like
I need
it
that
just
excuse.
I
freezes
didn't
you,
have
sometimes.
heart
like-
surgery, and I'm like that,
Yeah,
except
yeah,
worse. So at least
exactly.
you can say it's that.
So.
I don't know what it is for me.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thanks again for coming, and
Our pleasure.
hopefully we'll have you again on in the future sometime.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.